And hey, everybody, welcome back to the Mind of James podcast. My guest today is Pedalay the Boss. What is happening,
Hey,
Captain?
no, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey,
Hey, we started it off, man. It's a good Saturday.
hey. So what's
Hey, shout out to Big X.
shout out to Big X, man. He's making some moves and whatnot. But thank you for coming on. Um, our story's pretty interesting. We met on Instagram, I believe it was back
Yes,
in when I
sir.
was living in Denver, Colorado. Yeah, we
Yes,
did a
sir.
pod on Stoned Out, and we just kind of kept in touch after that, and got a podcast rolling back up. And thank you for coming on here, man.
Man, I appreciate you having me. It's and that's how, people meet,
Oh yeah,
shout out to my sis Sam, my tag team champ, you know what I'm saying? My tag team partner, she in here with me, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it goes, bro. I appreciate you from the time I met you because I meet a lot of people and I meet a lot of podcasters, I meet a lot of journalists, I meet a lot of music people, rappers, singers, etc. And so when I met you, it 1000% felt genuine. Like I agreed 1000% with your mission, and so that's why I hit the follow button. You know, it
and appreciate. We're still on the same mission, trying to get some good words out there. And my biggest mission for a podcast was if someone listens to it and gets one sentence out of it, and like it helps them or changes their mindset or helps them get out of a funk, I've done my job. You know what I mean? Like my
right.
job is done. So the rest of it's all for fun. So and that's what we're doing here. But let's get into some topics here. I wanted to talk about music with you since you are an
Okay,
artist, and I just want to kind of get your backstory and how you got into it.
for sure.
Hey,
Hey, nah, man, being a kid, really, music is
life.
in us. Yeah, it's in us. It's every sound. You hear the water faucet drip in a particular way, and then you make a beat out of it. Now you got some words to that. It's always been in me, and so now that life is a little bit different, I'm a little bit older. I'm thankful for being 8 years old and introduced to artists like Criss Cross and the music that was around at the time when I was a kid, and things that my cousins and older sibling, well, my older cousins, I'm the older sibling, but people around me had introduced me to because that's what made me who I am today. I have the ear that I have today because of these things. And, it's it's no attribute to just one thing. You know, you tell this story a few times, you tell it one way, whereas you're attributing certain things to what it is, but it's no attribute to just one thing. It's life, like you said. And so that's really what got me on being into music, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Who's not into music?
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was younger, I was just it was a straight kind of like, okay, so it was Jimmy Buffett was my biggest
Hmm,
artist back when I was a kid.
okay.
And he still is. I still love him, but now I'm really into all different kinds of music. Like Big X the Plug. We were just talking about him before we hey before we
Hey,
just lit up the mics here, and
right.
it's just crazy on how like at certain points of your life your music taste can change, but you still have that same taste back from when you were back then. Like, do you still listen to old songs like when you were back from when you were 8 years old?
Man, I seek out those songs really. Sorry, I don't know if I turned that up too loud, but I seek out those songs, man. I'm looking for those songs from when I was like 8. You know, I recently found this one song actually from when I was a kid. I've been looking for a long time, and I thought it was one artist. Turns out it was a whole different artist.
Yeah.
And so um, because those are the songs of I want to walk on the borderline of saying nostalgia, but not nostalgia. Those are the songs who were the original songs of making me who I am,
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the original creation because at that point in time, it was all new. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the repetitive stage yet as it is now, being almost 40 years old, where I've heard these things countless. I can't even give you a number of how many times you've heard each one of these songs nowadays. that you've heard.
Yeah. Do you
You
still
know, when you
do you,
go ahead.
go ahead, man.
Okay, real quick. I was just gonna say, you know, that was when it was new. So now that we have the technology we have to be able to have music in the palm of our hands, you know, I'm always seeking to pick up on those songs from then because that was the creation of it.
Yeah, yeah. Like you ever listen to a song from back then and just be like, it's like I never listened to it before. It just hits
That's how
that
it
good.
feels.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't want to let go again.
Yeah, I don't. I just want to hold on to that memory.
Right. Yes. And that's what you tie it into, right? You tie it into all the things around that time. You know, it's not just the song. You know, you start there's a reminiscent feeling of that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you start feeling you might smell something that you smelt back then. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
might, you know, you get you and that's what it is, man.
Yep.
That's what's beautiful about music.
Yep. Gives you that little tingle, like, ooh, that feels good. So when did you create your first let's just say your first song?
First song, you know, I can't pinpoint when I made my first song. I remember being a kid and I was like probably annoying to my younger brother, you know what I'm saying? Because I always been this person I am, so I always been on some like, hey, I got an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
And so at the
hear
time I
me
got a
out.
little bro right, I got a little brother who ain't got no choice but to ride with it. So,
Yep.
you know, I used to write songs all the time for like me, him. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna say this part, you're gonna say this part. You know, even like I had like neighbor homies who I'd be kicking it with, and I include them part like, hey, I wrote this part for so and so. So I can't even pinpoint the first time I wrote a song. But I guess I'll say since we were on the subject of 8 years old, 8 years old wouldn't be the introduction of music to me. It would just be I guess the introduction of, you know what, I can write music and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I have a synonymous feeling of being able to do what they do.
Mm-hmm. So, when you write your first song, like, where did you come up with, like, did you have a tempo in mind? Did you have a beat in mind? Or was it just like, okay, I'm going to put these words together and see how it flows?
Y- yeah, yeah and no. Beat in mind actually would be on some like whatever's on the radio, you know, whatever song is,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Like,
catchy and
is it that
got me
classic?
moving.
Is it just that one, two, three, four, like a double bass on the one, or, you know?
You know what? I'll give you a specific song, right?
Okay. Okay.
I remember being a kid because I used to could sing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like before my voice changed. So I had a different type of voice. So I could sing a little bit. So I was on some like Jason Weaver, Ray J type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I kind of had
Yeah.
like vocal range when I was a
Okay.
kid.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So there was a song by Ray J when I was a kid called Wait a Minute, you know what I'm saying? I remember writing a song to that, you know,
Okay.
but it wasn't rap though. It was more along the lines of that type of song, but still on some, you know, first song I had written.
Okay. All right. So as today, as you're writing songs, is it the same process, or is it like have you got new techniques to do it? Is there do you sit down in a room or do you just take a walk? Like,
Yeah,
what's the
no,
process today?
I gotta light the candles, incense. No, I was just
Okay.
playing around. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
Like, come on in, spirits. Come on
right,
in.
right, right. I mean, it's almost to that point as of today, right? I feel that, right? Where the spirit's at. But no, no, it's different techniques, yes. Different techniques, yes. Same process. Um, I would say yeah, you know, because same process is what's the mother of success? Repetition, right? And so
Hmm.
when you first hone in on a skill, all you really do is repeat the steps of that skill to get better at it.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, same process, I'd say so since then, but different techniques, different skills, different masteries, yes.
Hmm.
Because I don't write anymore. I don't write. I don't physically put a writing utensil to paper anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
don't type. I don't read from a phone that I've typed lyrics into, anything like that. So, like I said, different techniques, yeah. But same process. It's all from the heart. It's all passion,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I say the process would be from, starts from. It's all process. It's all passion. Starts from the heart, and it's just really, um, it's really right. It's a funny line you walk when you're a writer, right? Because as a rapper, people want you to be, as a black rapper rather, because as a
Mm-hmm.
rapper you can be whatever, really. Look at Will Smith, or look at, certain artists, but they really want you to keep it real, right? You got to keep it real, right? And for the most part, that's a strenuous carrot to dangle over somebody, because as a writer, the goal of a writer um is to get you to read their writings,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so sometimes keeping it real is necessary, but uh, writing in depth is what's more necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk a fine line as a writer. It just depends on what you do. Keeping it real, definitely. When it comes to lyrics that I need to keep it real in, I'm gonna keep it real all the way, because the way I write is I write from experience.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to art, I'm definitely still gonna just be a writer,
Mm-hmm.
because this is art. This is art. My goal is to expand your mind as far as possible, because this is art.
Mm-hmm. And art is very subjective. Very,
It
very.
is.
It's actually like it's probably 100% subjective. Because I was watching this art video. This guy had buckets of sand stacked up, and just pulled something, and all of them fell over, spilled the sand everywhere, and everybody was just clapping. I was just like,
So what was the point of this?
That's what I'm saying." I was like, "I could have done that. Like that's easy."
Right.
But hey, you know what? Like I'm not the famous, mosaic artist or sand bucket artist, but it is what it is. But it's subjective, definitely.
It's
Buckets of
subjective.
sand, buckets of sand. But so today, um, what would be
Today.
what would be kind of your oddball artist that you're listening to? Like, let me give you an example.
Mm,
For me right now, uh, in my life right now, my life is too short to not enjoy my white girl music.
hmm.
So I've been having a lot of fun with that area of my life and listening to like
Okay.
BB Rexa, Ariana Grande. I just found Jessie J again. She's pretty cool. Um,
Okay.
so what would be like that kind of oddball artist that you're like, all right, I like that. Something
You
normally I
know what?
wouldn't listen to.
I love that question, because I throw people the hell off. My friend the other day was like, what did he say? He said, I'm too gangster to listen to rock and roll. We were actually having a conversation about Jimi Hendrix, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he proclaims that Jimi Hendrix is like, his idol, but
Mm-hmm.
then had the nerve in a conversation to be like, I'm too gangster to listen to like rock and
What?
roll. And right. And so,
What?
I was like, what did you say? That don't even make any sense.
Yeah.
That's the
Look, what?
godfather of rock and roll, but you're too
Yeah.
gangster to listen to rock and roll, but your idol is the godfather. So, but I throw people for a loop with the things I listen to, is what I'm
Okay.
saying. I listen to a lot of things, man. Like the other day, I threw my lady for a loop. I threw on, and I tweeted it too, because it's a hard song, or I X'd it. I don't know how you say that no more, but I posted it. How about that? But Blake Shelton has a song out, called Texas, right? And it's not too new. It came out in 2024, but it's one of his rather relatively newer singles. And it's
Texas.
called
Okay.
Texas, man. And that song goes hard. You know what I'm saying? I heard it. It was on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I was driving. I was like, damn, that song go hard, Blake.
Texas from Blake Shelton. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Man, that song goes hard. I was like, damn, he did it on that. Like, you hear a song, you're like, dang, that artist did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't listen to country music particularly,
He's like, I'll listen to
and
that one. Like,
right. I put it on. My lady's like, the hell is this? I was like, hey, that song didn't go hard to you? She was like, no, nah, that song go hard.
Like,
Too
it's
country for me.
like, all right,
Hey,
well,
let it be.
put your headphones in, listen to something else.
Right.
This is
That's
my
all
song.
go. Yeah. So, I throw people off. I listen to everything, man. I listen to everything, every single thing. I listen to rock, pop, country, uh, house, trap,
Do you like covers?
both traps.
Do you like covers of songs?
I hate covers.
Really?
It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. Right? It depends. You got to do the cover very properly. You got to do the cover good. You can't be
That is true. That is true. Okay, yes, I will agree with you on that.
right. You got to do the cover good. I don't. I live in the home of the covers, right? I live in Vegas, so there's a cover
Is there
band everywhere.
oh, a cover band everywhere? Okay.
Somebody's doing the reenactment of somebody out here.
And just royally
So
screw it up.
maybe and maybe not.
Yeah.
There's a couple people shout out. I won't mention any names, but they're very successful. They got big shows and they're cover bands
Yeah.
and cover artists. But I just don't particularly like covers, nah.
All right.
But if it's done well, yeah. Like
Okay.
that song Love Song, right? That song Love Song. I like
Yeah.
every version of that song.
Okay.
I've not heard a version of that song I don't like.
Okay.
So anybody
Uh,
that's covered that, I like that.
there's a chick that covers songs named Lauren Babick, and I'm just invite you to listen to it for a little bit. She does a song from Papa Roach, Last Resort, that like spot on. It is spot on.
Mm.
Like killed it. So I mean, just check it out if you want to. But yeah, covers for me, they have to really put their entire passion into it, or just don't even do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's karaoke for people.
yeah, like get off the stage.
Yeah,
Get
I
off
don't
the
got time
stage.
for that.
Yeah, yeah. Get,
Me and Sam about to start a cover group.
is it gonna be a heavy metal one?
Sam, we're gonna have a heavy metal cover group. What kind of cover band we starting? Is she there? She ain't there.
I think she's listening.
Uh, so we're gonna start a cover band. No, watch.
Just get on the screamos.
Man.
So, but
I can only play the cymbals.
the cymbals.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Hey, that's got some good tunes to it. You can get some good tunes to it. Um, so yeah. Anyway, music is life. We've got that down. Um, hey, like, is there a good comedy scene out there in Vegas?
I'm trying to discover that actually. I'm sure there is. There's comedy clubs, right?
Yeah,
And it's Vegas. I'm in Vegas. I'm in Vegas, bro. So
it,
don't get me wrong. Every comedian comes through here,
yeah, and like
right?
I'm sure that like the
Every.
MGM Grand has big comedy shows and whatnot. But like like as far as open mics or something like that.
I've been to some
Absolutely.
solid.
There's so many.
There you go. Go ahead. Where are the ones you've been to, Sam?
I have a really good friend that's a local or a comedian out here. And he does showcases all the time. They're usually at like lounges and bars, but I'll
Okay.
definitely link you. I linked him with in San Diego, and he did a set out in San Diego last week, but he is hilarious. So there's definitely a scene out here. And it's almost weekly that there's comedy shows with local comedians.
Okay.
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 I'd love to come out to Vegas and check out the comedy scene. Because like when I was
Right.
when Pedalay here and I met, we I was living in Denver and I was doing podcasting and comedy out there, and comedy for me is just like that white whale. I don't know if like you've heard that phrase where it's like Moby Dick being like
Moby Dick.
he had to go capture his white whale,
Right.
and like I'm just trying to figure out where the best scene for me would be. Because like Denver's cool, but like I've heard a lot of comedians say like if you move to Denver and do comedy, you're never gonna leave. And I'm like, eh, I want to get out in the world.
I feel like depends, right? And it depends on what your goal, how big your Moby Dick is. No pun intended, right? But what I meant was is the goal, like your goal. If you're just looking to do some amateur stuff here and there,
Yeah.
you know, there are a few places you got to touch.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to just I said that backwards actually. If you're just looking to do some amateur stuff here and there, then yeah, having an end all at Denver is fine. But if you're looking to proceed further, like I kind of want to make a name for myself in comedy, then there's a few places you have to touch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I would have to say the L.A. and New York scenes would be number one because like you hear like the Comedy Store out in L.A. and then like the Comedy Cellar in New York, like the two biggest. Oh, did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, the two
I was
biggest.
experimenting.
Are we getting a new background?
No, I was just gonna see where we if I was just trying to hop on your Instagram for a second.
Oh, uh, but yeah, like comedy scenes, you always hear like it's the L.A. or the New York, but now Austin's making a big kick when it comes to comedy, like Joe Rogan and Tom Segura down there. And as far as goals, let's talk about those. What is one a? Let me ask it this way:
Okay.
what is the level of success in music that you want to reach, like as you can see in your mind?
Oh no, I reached it already. I'm cool.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah, I already reached my level of success in music
that
that
you wanted.
I'm right, that I'm cool with, right? Because
Okay,
as a kid, yeah, you want to be famous. Um, but as a kid, you don't know what the boundary levels of fame are, right?
okay,
Okay, now as an adult, I put it on the table. I'm famous, right? Fame, I have people who don't know me that I don't know, rather, who know me,
yeah,
right? That's famous to me, and I'm good
okay,
with that.
okay.
I'm good with that. You know, I have support from all sorts of directions that I never would have imagined in my life. There is support from, right? France, Germany. There are people in places like South Carolina. Um,
Isn't that
uh,
awesome?
right. You know what I'm
Isn't
saying?
that like it's just amazing. Like I never thought that anything that could be done, all the way between France and Germany. Like it's simply amazing on where things can go. Like the traffic of it.
and I love that, you know. It's on me. Like if I go to France and there's people in France who are like, dang, that's Pedalay, then that's extra what's up. But the fact that I've seen repeat listeners, because I watch my numbers. I'm not just somebody who puts music out or does an effort and then doesn't pay attention to
Mm-hmm.
the reaches of it. I need to know because this is what tells me if I'm doing what I need to be doing or not doing what I need to be doing. And
Mm-hmm.
so to see repeat uh, waves coming in from these places. And I don't run bots, right? I used to run bots on things like uh, Post, right? I used to have access to like Twitter bots and things, but this was for like Post. I need posters and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't have access to like music industry bots. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know how to get access to that kind of stuff.
What like
So
what's a bot? See, so in the streaming world, I see bots all the time, or I hear about bots all the time. I just
yeah,
have
yeah.
no idea what they are.
For example, right, early in my career, I had a friend, he's still my friend to this day, but he was an investor into the label and he would purchase software for the label, right? He purchased all the software for the label, video editing, recording software, everything. And so at a point in time, there was once where he purchased uh Twitter software, right? And it was software where we could create profiles, we could regulate the amount of time posts were sent out, replied to, etc. Like we they were robots.
So it's just basically like it'll set posts for you, let's just say noon your time every day. You could set
If
it
I
to do
wanted it
that.
to, yeah,
Okay.
I literally could create a profile
Okay.
and automate that thing
Oh. And that damn.
limitlessly,
Huh. Interesting.
right? And so, but I'm not an evil genius. I'll take it back. I'm not evil, right? And so,
Just a genius.
just a slight
Yeah.
genius, right? Just a slight
Yeah.
genius.
Don't
So
downplay yourself.
I never ran the bot for anything cynical, right? I only ran the bot for things like I would shout out people every
Yeah.
hour on the hour, or do little things to like get people involved with stuff. You know what I'm saying? I would never be running the bot to do anything manipulative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never
Like,
did that.
yeah, because yeah, there's a lot of bots out there for some, what am I trying to say? Evilish things out there, and it ain't good. I don't like it. Because
Exactly. And so,
Twitch, they'll spam you with just bots, and you can actually get permanently banned from streaming on Twitch because of that. If you get
yeah,
spammed that bad.
nowadays this bot thing is I won't say under
Ridiculous.
control. It's ridiculous, but I was gonna say has some type of boundary, because some people can tell when bots are being utilized and some people can't. Companies are having defense systems put up in software against bots. So there's now boundaries about it, But what I was saying in general was I'm not somebody who has music industry bots. I once at a point in time, yeah, had a Twitter bot. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But I don't have industry bots. So the numbers that I put up in music are genuine,
Hmm.
100% organic numbers. And so like I said, just to answer the question of success, it's cool with me. I literally can look at graphs and see what that totals, and I'm not rich, but like I said, the definition of fame to me, what I've learned is I have people who know me who I don't know. So
So like, if someone offered you a contract to say, hey, we're gonna take you to all the way to number one, like worldwide household name, yay or nay?
just depends what's in that contract. I'm, and I say this now because I'm at a point in my life to where I'm solidified in the understanding of business, and the overstanding, not the understanding, the overstanding of business,
Hmm.
right? And so, having an overstanding of business, A, I run a company.
Hmm.
I do run a company, and so B, um, the overstanding is within my company. uh yes, I'm James Robinson, right? But my artist Pedalay is a product for my company.
Hmm.
So if a company, another company, a third party company, has a contract for my company and everything looks good within the writing to where it's an Excel for my company or my product, then who am I to turn it down?
Yeah.
But sell my soul or do some ridiculous shit? No, I'm good off that fame.
Yeah. Like, I'm not doing that commercial.
And I'm not. Or
Yeah.
I might. It
Yeah.
just depends what the commercial is.
That's true. I feel like I would want to do a Cadillac commercial if they offered it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get to that point. Like, I want to be, driving one of those fancy Cadillacs. That'd be cool. I'm not gonna say
that
no.
ty- that type of stuff. Yeah, but again, it just entails what these contracts or contract has in store.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm trying to always stay in the position of being able to navigate the contract
Yeah.
personally. If I'm not in the position of being able to dictate or navigate what happens within the contract or during the time of our contract, then I'm probably gonna not engage in that.
Hmm. Is that all comes down to like contract language? Because I hear that stuff's
Yeah,
a mess.
I mean, shout out to my lawyer Harris Brummer in San Diego, California. If you have legal issues under the realms of where he specifies,
Okay.
um, he'll take care of you. Shout out to Harris. Harris has been my guy forever. I
Okay.
say forever, I mean forever.
Harris. Okay.
Shout out to Harris Brummer.
All
That's my
right.
guy. And what I'm saying is, I'm not just
So if
an
someone sent you a
independent artist who's not prepared.
okay, so if someone sent you a contract, you just send it off to him, like look it over.
Exactly. Me and Harris are solid.
Okay.
That's my guy.
All right. I think I'd have to find me one of those guys.
I owe Harris a cheeseburger. No, I do. That's our thing, man. We haven't had lunch in a while because I haven't been home in a while, and he hasn't been to Vegas in a minute. So But as soon as I come home, Harris, I'm gonna hit you, man. We're gonna go get burgers.
Go get what's a good burger out in San Diego?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo, I say that because yo, check it out, man. We have a burger week.
Mm-hmm.
There's a burger week in San Diego where all week long in the Reader,
Okay.
they'll let you know the Reader is a local publication,
Okay.
um, San Diego Reader. But you know, they'll let you know the bars or the restaurants that have the deal of the day or where you could go all week long and these restaurants or these bars have these deals on these burger specials because it's burger week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's hard to compare.
It's hard to,
It's hard to
if
compare.
you were stuck on an island, what burger?
You ever been to Slater's 50/50?
No.
You ever heard of Slater's 50/50?
No.
You like shakes. You just told me.
I love milkshakes, yeah.
You like Pop-Tarts?
Y- Don't tell me they're putting Pop Tarts and milkshakes together now.
They got a Pop-Tart milkshake at Slater's.
Woo! I think I'm gonna have to go to San Diego. I think I'm going to San Diego. Book the
You know
trip.
what
We're
I'm
fucking
saying?
going.
They
Damn,
got a
dude.
Pop-Tart milkshake at Slater's. Slater's
Okay.
50/50 is an amazing burger, man. Oh my God, it's an amazing burger.
Okay, so Slater's on an island with a Pop Tart milkshake. All right. Okay. I
Hmm.
like that. Um, actually, I think
If you
TwitchCon.
go though, go during Burger Week. I'm gonna figure out when Burger Week is. I haven't been home in a long time, so I don't remember. It's during the summer though, but I'm gonna send you when Burger Week is, and then
You know,
Okay.
since
there's a
you're,
Slater's in Vegas, right?
but he's not in Vegas either.
That's true. I just didn't want you to be missing out because you thought you had to go to San Diego.
Nah, but the Slaters in Dago is the one, man, because
Mm.
it's in it's over there by the water, kinda. It's on
Yeah, that's true.
right.
By the ocean.
It's kind of by the ocean. There's an old military base that's open to the public in Point Loma, and that's where Slater's is.
I think TwitchCon is in San Diego this year, so
Mm,
I'm probably gonna check it out. Slater's 50/50. I'll write that down.
hmm.
So, man, a good burger. A good burger.
Oh, my bad. Let me back it up.
Okay.
You can get a burger any way you want. I usually get all beef burgers. But
Wait,
Slater's 50/50 is
you don't have any
called
cheese on
Slater's
it?
50. No, no, I meant because this is the reason is Slater it's called 50/50 because the way they use their meat is half of it is beef and half of it is like bacon, like pork, like a bacon. So that's why it's called 50/50. So all their burgers are these big old combination burgers, and then you know
You're making that fat kid happy.
you gotta go there, man.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. 50 Slater's 50/50. Okay. I'll write
Yeah.
that down. So San Diego. When did you move to Vegas then?
Damn, like about almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like about 10 years ago.
What was the inspiration to move to Vegas?
There was no inspiration behind moving to Vegas whatsoever. It was some family bullshit, BS. You know what I'm saying? Some crap going
You
on.
can cuss on here. It's okay.
Oh, okay. It was some family bullshit, man. I had a house that was given to me by one of the elders in the family, my grandmother. The elder in the family. I can't say one of the elders. The elder, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
homemaker of the family. Um, but she had some spiteful siblings in other
Oh.
states
Yeah.
who didn't like that because this property for one was in the family forever.
The one out in Vegas.
No, this is one of our houses in San Diego,
Okay. Okay.
and so it was a $500,000 property basically.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a $500,000 property, only two-story house on the block in that neighborhood. Over Satta Hill. It was a lot, et cetera, et cetera. It was a $500,000 property, but she had some spiteful sibling who wanted the property because my grandma was passing. You
Mm-hmm.
know how it goes. And
Yeah.
so
The
did
vultures show up.
the vultures show up.
Yep.
She had a daughter and a sister who showed up to fight me at the end. Didn't know that I had Harris
Okay.
in my pocket. Shout out
Oh.
to Harris again. It's my guy. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy. It's been my guy forever. You know, thought they was just about to come take a house from us.
Yeah.
You know, and you know they got stopped by some legal forces. They had to pay us to move out, and but in the long run, I found it rather it was the best option to just have them pay us and move out instead of fight them.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can have the house, give us our money, we're gone. That's what we did. We took the money and we moved to Vegas.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
Vegas became the homestead. What what would probably be your favorite place in Vegas to go to?
Hmm.
Like, let me ask you it this way: if
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
could find you, what would be the one place that they would be like, "That's where he's at"?
I might start falling off in Los Toxicas. That shit just opened up. Now I'm just playing around. Hey, I'm fucking around, man. Shoot, you know what? I don't chill like that in Vegas like I do in Cali. I do in the summertime. In the summertime, I kick it. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
Vegas, in the summertime, I kick it. People don't really realize there's a um home side to Vegas, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't live anywhere near the Strip. I've only lived near the Strip one time my entire time of living in Vegas. I only lived near the Strip one time. That's when I lived in Chinatown. I had a condo in Chinatown when I uh like halfway through my first arrival here.
Mm-hmm.
But then from there I ended up moving to the north side, which is in the mountains.
Okay.
And so that was about 40 minutes from the Strip.
Okay.
I
Is the
now live in oh
Go
go ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. You now
Okay. I
live in.
now live in Summerlin,
Okay.
which is Summerlin, I guess, is on the west side now. I'm not in the north mountains anymore. I'm now in the west mountains. And
Okay.
so again, I'm still like 40 minutes from the strip.
Okay.
So it's not just like strip life all day out here. And so if you were to catch me in my favorite spot, probably catch me back in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because I got accustomed to living in the hood, you know what I'm saying, back in Cheyenne and Simmons, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I got a lot of homies over there. You know, I retired back to the hood to go kick it with, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of, I got a couple, it's like two, but that's a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to me. But I got two homies over there. So I kick it on the north side when I do kick it outside of
Yeah.
the house. Start kicking it, you know, with Sam and her family a bit more because we family from back home, so I'm trying to accustom that to life as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shoot, we just do regular Northside shit, man. Just regular kicking the shit. Really, like you know, you might find us in the summertime. We definitely had a pool party on the
Oh yeah.
strip.
On the at a pool party or
Yeah,
a hot day. Yeah. My ass would be in a pool 24/7. Like, just bring me drinks. That's all I want. Just bring me
man.
drinks.
Hey Sam does it sound? Hey, tell him that that's how dangerous that is. That sounds beautiful. And it is. It is.
Hmm.
I fucks with it all day too. In the summertime, hey, we do this thing called night swim because it's entirely too hot in the daytime to be on
Yeah.
somebody's rooftop in a pool.
Seriously? Like, even the water's that warm?
Oh, absolutely. That
Oh
sun
my
is
God, bro.
relentless.
Bro, it gets hot out here.
Really?
But I mean,
It
now we have a year-round pool party or year-round pool that we can go to that's climate controlled because when it's hot. And when it's cold, it is cold.
it is cold. It gets cold in
So,
Vegas.
like, even in the summer it gets cold at night
No,
or at
It's
nowhere
night?
near
cold
it. It
today.
it don't even stop. In the summer, it don't stop at night.
Oh,
What you mean even at night? What you mean, bro?
hey,
You gonna wake
listen.
up?
I've heard it's cold in the desert at night. Okay, during the summer.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
No,
cold,
that's a
but not at
lie.
night. Let me explain to you, James.
All
Let
right.
me
All
tell
right.
you
All right.
something. Have you ever woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's 107 degrees?
No.
There's no sun out.
That's hot.
but it's 100 degrees.
That's yeah, that's hot. Okay. Yep.
There's no sun out whatsoever, and you're like, why is it this hot? It's 100 degrees at 2 a.m.
That's wild, dude. That's wild.
Bro, it don't stop in the summer.
That's
It
that.
it go from 100 at 2 a.m. and you think, oh yeah, it's gonna calm down soon, right? And it gets to like 90 by 6, right? And then sun starts rising at 7, and it's gonna ramp right back up
And that's just all summer long. Not
all
not a
summer
break.
long, all summer long.
Yeah,
Y'all
soon one of these days we're gonna wake up and we're gonna go to sleep and it's gonna be like 80 degrees and we're like, okay. And then the next day we'll wake up and it'll be no more under 80-degree weather for the next few months.
y'all don't have like a cold breeze coming through or a cold front?
Oh my God.
Breeze from where?
You gotta
Oh,
tell them, don't, you think opening the window is the option? Please do not open my window wide. Please
no.
do not
Vegas
open
is
my
a
window
bowl,
wide.
so it's literally just hot air circulating with dust. And yeah, don't open anything.
Oh, so it just oh. Okay. All right. All right.
Man,
I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from.
man,
That's
it's horrible.
but is
But
it
it's go ahead.
no, have at it.
All I was gonna say, it's either you can or you can't with it.
Like you can handle it or you can't handle it.
Right. It brings out the best of you, or it tears you the hell up. One of the two.
Now, like in Ohio here, we get humidity. So it'll be like 90-degree temperature plus 100% humidity, but everything's just wet. It feels wet. You know what I'm saying? Like the air feels like it has a bunch of it's a dry heat out there, right?
It's dry.
So just nosebleeds all around.
I don't get bloody noses, but yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Like
It's dry.
ugh.
It's we're in the desert, like you said earlier. This is desert. There's no water around whatsoever, but these man-made oases, right? Out
Mhm.
here in Vegas. It's dry. It's dry. When I first got out here, I
So
I
what
got
would be the
water
best time of the year to come visit you then?
right now.
Uh,
Or
You,
October.
October.
right, right,
Yeah,
right,
March or October.
Okay.
right out of the heat.
It sounds like for me, because it's so damn cold here in Ohio during December, like I'd want to come out in December just to get away from the cold.
No, remember we were talking about that cold? You said get away from the cold.
Look,
He said
55
get away from
degrees,
the cold.
55 degrees is better than 10.
Vegas gets down to 30 degrees.
I can live with that.
It gets cold, but it's mountain cold. It's mountain 30s, right? It's not like 30 degrees.
But
It's
during the
like
day, it's got to be like what, 60, 70?
no, it's like unturned stone that has never seen the light of day ever cold. Like that's like it's cave cold when it gets cold.
Like down to the bone cold.
It's bone chilling cold out here.
During in December?
Yes, that's when it starts. Like November, like end of November, December, into January.
Give me like a temperature of what cold is.
I told you it gets to like 30, but it's like mountain 30. It's like in the cave mountain 30. Like, oh my God, like it's this cold.
Okay.
Like it's 30, but again, Vegas is built in a dome, so it's like you're in a bowl of ice rather than just standing somewhere on a flat plane of ice. You're like
Oh.
surrounded by the cold. We're
Oh,
surrounded
okay.
by all the weather temperatures.
The best
Okay.
advice, like I
Okay.
said, is cave that has never seen light. Like ever
So
seen
like
light. Ever,
sweatshirt,
ever.
sweatshirt and sweatpants kind of thing, or
Yeah, no, we're talking like,
heavy
man, you
coat.
better have a trench coat. You gotta have something with some fur in it. Um, Vegas in the winter is the time to get your style on, actually.
Get my style. I don't have a style.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, get one.
this is an anime sweatshirt, so it's like I don't have much of one.
What is it? Fleece? Oh, it's a
What?
hoodie. It's a hoodie.
Yeah, it's a hoodie. It's
Yeah,
just
it's a hoodie.
it's Amazon. I'm that cool.
What's the brand?
I don't know what the brand is. I can tell you what the anime show is though.
What's the show?
It is 08th MS Team Mobile Suit Gundam.
Okay, it's a version of Gundam.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
So it was it's like an 8 episode series. They're all on Hulu now. All the Gundam
Mm,
episodes, all the Gundam series, excuse me, are on Hulu.
mm.
So they got a new one coming. But like I'm not a fan
The
of the
ones from
new.
back in the day.
Yeah, like Wing and the original Gundam and this one and 08th MS Team. That new shit. I don't fuck with that new stuff. It's a little too wild.
Gotcha.
Like too
The
wild for me.
anime is different. The animation itself is different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way too it just feels like it's more computer design than it is drawn out like it used to be.
Mm,
So I don't fuck with it. But
I
like
got you.
speaking of Sphere, Sam, you brought up the word Sphere. Have you guys been to that new dome out there with the emoji the emoji sphere out there
I
in
haven't
Vegas?
been. My husband used to work there. It's an amazing site, but I haven't been. They haven't done anything there that would make me want to pay that kind of money to go.
Okay.
Me too. I haven't been on the inside of the Sphere because it's a I think it's like a venue. It's like a concert venue.
Yeah.
Like it's like an actual venue. It's on the inside. On the outside, you got to change it up every day.
Yeah.
But it's like a theater for the
Okay.
most part. So I
What
haven't been to any events there.
I need to find out pricing for that then because I want to go see it.
Let
Well,
me tell
so
you
not
this.
only concerts though, they have like their own show where like when
Mm,
there's not residents there, you can go and it's like an around the world show. So you sit and like all this because the screens are like pretty much from floor to ceiling and kind of behind you, depending on where you sit. So then you're kind of immersed in a around the world show, as my husband described it. So you can definitely just go when there's not a concert, but I don't really want to do that either.
mm.
That sounds like eat a couple gummies and go have a good time.
It's
Absolutely.
I feel like it's pretty ritzy because I heard that when 50 Cent did his residency out here, that was his first aim,
Hmm.
and he ended up doing his residency at Planet Hollywood. So
50?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good venue for his type. Like, he wouldn't be able to put something together that would be sphere worthy. He can't even put together two dance moves other than the ones that he's been doing. So he is not sphere worthy, unfortunately. They were talking Beyonce. Beyonce could do it. We're talking, or I guess they have the Backstreet Boys coming, which yeah, I'm interested to
at,
see pictures of that. But
at
the
the
way
Sphere,
50 Cent, yeah,
oh wow.
exactly. Yeah, not in sync, but whatever. But I'm interested to see how they pull it off because I feel like you can't just do a regular show. There has to be a presentation on top of whatever you're doing on stage.
And you can't have it to where the presentation is gonna like take away from you being on stage. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, that'd probably be a little tough. But I'd love to go see it.
It's
It's a
tight. I mean, you can literally see it from anywhere in the city.
well, like
Just about, just about.
I want to go see it. Like sit inside and like get it.
Mm,
Go through a thing like that
gotcha.
that around the world event. I guess that'd be pretty cool. We have something like that here in Cincinnati. It's at the Cincinnati Museum, where it's like it's just a big sphere and like it's not as big as Vegas, but like it's got that sphere look, and it's just I don't know. To get that size of it would be absolutely wild. So,
We got a
but
baby sphere too. It's inside a Resort World as you're walking through like the mall part. It's a baby version of it.
no, we go big or go home around here.
Hey,
Hey, but yeah. So, and then is Vegas like is the Strip? You've lived there for 10 years. Is the Strip to me? Because like the Strip to me just seems like this awesome. The water shooting up in the walking down the street, the casinos around you, all the people handing you flyers and stuff. Is it cool for a weekend? You know what I mean?
I'll let you answer first, Sam. Or you asking? Nah, Sam, go ahead if you want to answer first.
No, go,
How's
go.
Vegas for you?
I'm gonna let you do it. You have been here a little bit longer than me, so you got more info.
So look, I grew up out here a little bit. I kind of grew up out here, right? I went to actual high school in Las Vegas. So you're right. But listen, it's like this. You don't want to go away when you come to Vegas. You don't want to leave it, right? Because there's nothing like Vegas. There's
Okay.
nothing like Vegas. If you
Okay.
come out here for a weekend, that's not long enough,
Okay.
right? That doesn't feel long enough. You're gonna be like, dang, man, I didn't do it all. That steak was good. It smelled so great here. I didn't have enough drinks. I went to sleep. I can't believe I went to sleep. I wasn't supposed to go to sleep. I didn't get to ride this. Oh man, I didn't do that there. I heard there was this. There's no escaping Vegas once you come to Vegas the first time.
Challenge accepted.
There's no
There's no
escaping
escape.
Vegas.
There's no escape, huh?
And I say that the reason I brought up being a kid out here is because when I was a kid out here in high school, right, like 14, 15 years old, and there was no strip activity. There was no strip activity, right? There was, again, we didn't live near the strip. So it wasn't like going to you're a kid at that, mind you.
Yeah.
There's a curfew for kids on the strip. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, really?
So that, yeah.
That's cool.
So there's no strip activity as a kid. So when the first time we came back to Vegas as rappers on some like the crew hadn't, they only come to Vegas to like visit it once in a while, and I had been living out here. I was on some like, man, I don't care about Vegas. Y'all gonna do what y'all do, right? There's no strip activity,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then there was a year we came out here and we did nothing but strip activity, and I never wanted to leave.
Okay. All
And
right.
now I subsequently live here, but we live a good life out here. Vegas is a place to have a good life. It's a place to fuck up your life too, but it's a place to have a good life.
Yeah.
It's a place to have a good life. The cost of living isn't too expensive if you're from somewhere else. Um, if you could regiment the lifestyle of Vegas into your life while living here without damaging your life, it's a good life. It's fun. It's
Okay.
eventful. It's a
Okay.
life.
Okay. I like the sound of that. I'm definitely gonna have to come out there then. Definitely gonna have to come out there because I definitely want to see. I want to see the water shooting out of the ponds. I think that was the coolest thing that I've seen.
I
Uh,
promise you that's gonna be the boringest part of your trip, bro.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna realize that happens like every 15 minutes on the hour.
Yep.
like,
You're
30,
gonna be across
30
the street
minutes on
somewhere and see it
weekdays.
happening again.
But
like
it is cool though because if you've never seen it anywhere on TV, you can stand right in front of it. You can go up high and like say the Eiffel Tower and see it from there. You can see it from different so different angles is cool if you've never seen it for sure. But he's right, like that's like you leave there and then you go to a museum where you can get up under this thing and it cuts off your head and it's like an illusion and like it's so much fun, so many more fun things to do that the fountains is going to be like your first stop.
so make the fountains the first stop.
You ain't got no choice. You're gonna see it from wherever you're at if you're on the strip every
Okay.
15 minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
so you're never gonna miss it. I know you want to get the Ocean's 11 feel, and you will. There will come a time where it's like fucking like again 2 a.m. right? And right. You're wandering the strip. You've had a couple drinks, and that goddamn show was about to go off. You know what I'm saying? It probably don't go off that late, but maybe like right before then, like 11 or so, right? And that it's nighttime, and then those spouts go up, right? Yeah, you'll get your Ocean's 11 feel right then.
All right. All right. Okay. So what would be if for me to come out there? What would be the best hotel to stay in?
Best and cheap, I say Treasure Island, TI.
Okay, Treasure Island. Okay. All
My
right.
personal favorite is the Vidara because it's all suites, no casino, and their staff is top tier every single time.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. And I do want to make a little side trip in I know Vegas, outside of Vegas, but this is gonna be really. So y'all heard of the Moonlight Bunny Ranch out there?
I have not.
Yep.
It's yeah. So I don't want to go in there just to hang out. I just want a T-shirt. I just want to put that out there now. Like I got crabs at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Good disclaimer.
Yeah, I just want a T-shirt. That's all I want. Because I've seen those things on HBO, like the what was
The
it
green
called?
door.
What was it called on HBO? It was something about the Moonlight Bunny Ranch, and I was just like, I just want a T-shirt, man. Like that's all I need.
Say I
T-shirt.
was there.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Give me my T-shirt. Get the fuck out. Like, but
Because
so
it's a place of exploration, man. It's a place of exploration, bro. That's all I can say. It's like, it's a
yeah,
place of exploration.
yeah.
Food is good here in some places, a lot of places. You want to go to a bunch of restaurants and try out stuff, and it's an
Okay.
experience, you know.
Is marijuana legal out there?
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't know.
heck yeah,
It just got
heck yeah.
legalized here in Ohio, so
Oh, what?
yeah, recreational.
What?
Yep. So
Bro, you could ride around with up to 2 ounces on you out here.
what?
Yeah, I think they just opened their first lounge too, where you can actually buy from there. You sit there, you smoke
Like a
You
coffee
know, it's
lounge?
legally.
funny, Sam. You know, it's funny. They just closed that lounge.
I'm sure they did. I was wondering how long it was going to stay open because it makes no sense.
Smoking mirrors.
What? Like a coffee lounge? But it's just a
The
weed
lounge was
lounge?
cool. Me and Jeanette went. We went. The lounge was cool. We went twice, right? You go there. So basically, you walk in, you sit down. Yeah, it's like a coffee lounge or an after hours spot. You get a table. They give you a table. Either you have a reservation, or if there's a table, or there's a bar area. But
Okay.
basically, you get a menu. Um, Everything is infused, so the drinks are infused drinks. There's alcoholic beverages that are infused with marijuana. You
Okay.
get two different classes of infusions. There's beer that has infused, and then you order either an eighth, or you order a gram, or you order some joints. You know what I'm saying? Or you order some dab or whatever,
We ain't got that
and
here. That sounds fancy.
it comes to your table. You can't take anything out. You can't bring anything in. But you sit there, you smoke, you chill. It's expensive as fuck, but it's fun. It's an
It's legal.
experience. But it's closed now. They closed it down already.
Damn, dude. No fun. What did they close it
Somebody
down
fucked it
for?
up.
Just wasn't making
They
money?
just. I just read it. Well, actually, my lady brought the news article to my attention last week, so I haven't got all the way down to the details of why it's been on my list of wonderings.
Hmm. Might have to go find out.
Yeah.
Like
They
what
they
was
were working on it. They were working on it for a while. I used to be in the cannabis industry, so I used to work in dispensaries out here.
mm-hmm.
And for a while that was the talk. Oh, next year, when the lounges are open, or next year when the lounges are blah blah blah. But that was last year, which was that next year. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was the only one that had been opened.
Is the cannabis industry out there just like is it a booming market or still like the laws getting put in place or something like that?
Yay and nay is what I'll say.
Because in
It's
Ohio here
booming
it's the same way.
because it's booming because who don't smoke weed,
True.
right?
Yeah.
It's booming because who don't smoke weed, and this is a tourist trap city, so it's 2 times to 5 times booming, 10 times booming actually, because who don't smoke weed?
Mm-hmm.
Now, closer to the strip, you're gonna get more commercialized uh,
Mm-hmm.
dispensaries. You're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
big mall dispensaries, like for example, the one that had the lounge, that was inside of uh, this dispensary called Thrive, but closer to the strip. So in that
Mm-hmm.
Thrive, like I said, they had the lounge. It was really big. They had like a shopping area. You go in for no reason and gotta wait.
Give me that
You know what I'm
T-shirt. Just give me that
right.
T-shirt.
The Thrive by where I lived in the hood
Yeah.
was literally across the street from where I lived. You just go in, give them your ID,
Yeah.
go see the bud tender, and then slide out.
Mm-hmm.
But the closer you are to the strip, like there's one called Planet 13. It's a mall, basically.
Just a ball full of weed.
No, There's restaurants in there. There's a
Oh,
bar in
okay.
there. Like it's a mall. It's more commercial. It's a more commercialized dispensary.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Right. The closer you are to the strip, the
The
more
more,
commercialized
yeah, yeah,
this
yeah,
dispensary is.
yeah. Okay, okay.
The more away from it you get, the more
You get those mom and pop shops.
you get a hood. Nah, you ain't gonna get no mom and pop shop. They all gonna be commercialized to an extent because
Absolutely. Highly
they're all
regulated.
they're all
Yeah.
branded. They're
Okay.
all branded. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Okay.
So you're never gonna get a mom and pop shop, but you'll get less of the mall experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know.
All right. Okay. It's kind of the same thing we got going. Well, in Ohio, we just legalized it, so they're still setting up all that bullshit that they want to do. We got like 3 or 4 dispensaries, and nobody knows what to do with their laws here. So, and I feel like 10 years from now, it's just gonna be like everybody enjoys a cold beer. Everybody's just gonna enjoy a nice joint. You know what I mean? You can
And
go to.
there are it's funny you said that there are DUI threats with it out here, especially closer to the strip. I don't know how heavily regulated they are. You
How would you
know,
even test
I
that? Like your eyes are really red.
I mean it's more on the I caught you, I saw you, you're definitely getting a DUI.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I smell it, what is it, probable cause type shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that threat is out here. I don't even want to say it's legal and then be like sell you a dream to where you're just gonna be like smoking all willy-nilly on the strip in front of the cops and then ain't no cop gonna bust you or nothing. Now you come to the hood, you come back out here to the hood or something, or
Hmm.
like even where I live, like where, in this area, all way off the strip, I smoke a blunt in front of the cops. I just did the other day because I just literally told the cop the other day, bro, this ain't where you pull people over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you pull people over in my community and we can't get in, and I live in this community. You can't tell me I can't smoke here.
Hmm.
Well, see,
But
that's kind of where they get the tourists because the law is you can recreationally buy weed, but you have to go and smoke it in your own residence or in a private residence. But if you're here on vacation, you can't smoke in your hotel room. So where
see,
exactly am I supposed to smoke the weed? That's kind of where they came in with the lounge. They're like, okay, well, you can come here and smoke. But it's kind of crazy that you come here or people come and visit and you sell them all this weed, but then legally there's nowhere they can smoke it.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Like I like. Well, the hotel rooms don't really have patios unless it's like a. None of them do. It's a matter of,
Yeah,
right?
but even the ones that have balconies, like for instance, the Cosmo is I think they're all balconies,
Yeah.
but you can't smoke on their balcony. That's a hotel rule.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, so it's like,
That's
okay, entrapment. Here's my money. So
yeah.
do I just go to jail with you here, or can I at least get high first?
Yeah. Like let me go to jail with a smile on my face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Put my weed in my property, please.
I'll collect it on my way out. Thank you.
Yep. And then most places you can't fly home with it. So then what do you do with all this weed that you just spent all this money on that you could not smoke?
Somebody's gonna be happy.
man, one time I was in Colorado, yo, and we went there for a show, but it was Cannabis Cup weekend. So I had all this weed we didn't smoke because it was just me and Max City out there, what me and my vice president of the label at the time. So we had hella weed, right? And then because we didn't know how cheap it was out there in Colorado, right?
Hmm.
Like, so we bought hella weed, and then it's time to fly back home, and I got hella weed. So I had to just give all that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I gave all that shit up just to get stuck at the airport and need all my weed back.
Like
Man.
I had
that.
no more weed until I gave all my shit up before leaving the hotel.
Like how am I
Uh,
supposed to fly? Huh? Like
I
the
got stuck at the
same thing
airport.
happened to me in Miami. We got rid of a whole bottle of Hennessy and all the weed, and we got there and they're like, "Your flight's delayed till tomorrow." Like, are you kidding me?
What? I just got rid of all my weed.
reimbursement checks for weed.
Oh man, yeah, but I still didn't have no weed.
Man.
That's how it go, man.
But I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. we're gonna
Heck,
wrap up here.
heck yeah.
I definitely want to thank both of you for coming on. Sam, where can we find you?
I am everywhere. Samantha Ranelle. You can Google me.
Okay.
uh, but I appreciate you having me
I
on as
love
well. It's
that.
always good to speak to you guys. And you know it's true. Top of the Google. Um,
Heck yeah.
but yes, it's always fun to speak to you guys, shoot the shit, as it were. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you
No,
for
I
go
I
ahead.
love how when you say that, it's like the curtsy. You know what I'm saying? It's like the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. Google it. Samantha Ranelle, spelled exactly how it sounds.
Okay. I will definitely link that in the show notes. And Pedalay,
Thank
where can we
you.
find you?
hey man, same like Sam's, Pedalay the boss on everything. My website is pedalay.com.
Okay.
Real simple. Or anything Smoke Break Records, smokebreakrecords.com or anything we're at, that's where we're at. Good
Okay.
Neighbors, the capital of it all. So
And all these links will be provided in the show notes. And I do want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode of The Mind of James. I love all of you. Remember, fear God, keep his commandments, and I will see you on the next one.
I love you too, y'all.
And we're just
Amen.